my famous Garth Brooks story, I actually beat Garth Brooks in a talent contest in Oklahoma City at a big nightclub. This is groundbreaking news.
This is great. Has this ever been told on a podcast?
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a premiere.
I don't know. I think, it's a shame Garth couldn't get his career going. After that, he was so decimated.
Great.
But I'll never forget, he walked up to me. He was in school, I believe at Stillwater. And he was Garth then. I mean, he's fully the entertainer that he is now. And he rubs me on the head and he goes, I know if I get beat, it's going to be by this punk kid.
This is the Rich Redmond Show.
And he goes, Roach, what are you playing? And out of nowhere, I just said, well, I feel like I should play the Wurlitzer. And he looked at me and he goes, that's your voice for the rest of the day.
Amazing. You should join like an improv troupe. You would excel.
Oh, no.
You almost have like a John Malkovich tone to your voice, though, too.
John Malkovich. He loves to enunciate every syllable.
You ever see the guy who played, he's on Saturday Night Live, Bill Hader.
Oh, I love him.
He's great.
Yeah, and he does a ton of impressions. He did an impression of John Malkovich in front of him, and Malkovich is going, "I don't sound like that," and he's like, "You sound exactly like."
Oh, I think I've seen that. You sound exactly like.
He does. He does.
He does the Chris, whatever, the guy that does the show, like they just show the footage of some guy butchered his whole family, and he's like, well, what did that feel like? He almost seems joyous about it.
Right. He's such a great character actor, that guy. He's so funny. He does, and his breaks, when he breaks, is hilarious.
Oh, it's great.
The Californians.
California.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, all of those killer movies, the Apatow movies.
But he just, when he breaks on Saturday Night Live.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. But I always wished that Fallon wouldn't break so much.
I think that's why he was on, and I think that's why Will Ferrell, every chance he had,
went after him.
He tried to break him
in the hot tub.
Yes.
Yes. And you ever watch the Lego movie?
No.
You should.
Really?
Yes. Even though you think it's a kid's movie, when you have Liam Neeson playing the bad guy and he's bipolar.
Liam Neeson.
Oh, dude.
Taken 7.
You've never seen it? Rich?
I haven't seen the Lego movies, but I might do Bad
skills.
Guys 1 and 2 because Mark Maron plays the snake.
Oh, it's like they take little plays on words. Like, you ever hear of an X-Acto blade?
Oh, yeah.
So in the actual movie, they call it, you are going to be victim of the sword of exact zero. Stuff like that. Yeah. The Craggle.
That's too smart for us, buddy.
Dude, no, it's very funny. You need to watch it. It's very funny.
He has a particular
yes,
set of
sir,
skills.
Jim. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening. And let me tell you, the streaming services, it's getting racier and racier. Mm-hmm. I mean, I saw some stuff last night on one of these shows. I was like,
it's basically porn at this point.
Wow. It's Skinamax.
What streaming services are you cats on?
Like just on Netflix. I mean, there's
OnlyFans.
Disney Plus.
Well, Disney Plus too. They got Hulu is a part of them now.
Well, this show is called The Hunting Wives. I didn't quite finish it, but there were some scenes from the second to last episode last night.
About that.
I was like, whoa.
Really?
They skinned a dude. Just
describe the scene, because I saw like a lot of women on TikTok did like reaction videos, like, ooh, how I'm feeling watching that scene from The Hunting Wives.
It's women on women, and it's
it's called The Hunting Wives.
Yeah.
Well, are they hunting each other?
You know what? I didn't watch the last episode, so I don't want to ruin it for everyone. But it is worth your time. It's a good cast.
Housekeeping. What do we got here?
Housekeeping. Yeah. We're going to get into it, but we're off to the races, and I knew this would be a great episode.
Oh, we doing it already?
This is a new thing in new media.
You don't tell your guests when you're starting.
That's right.
You never tell your guests when you're starting. But Jim, no, housekeeping, we are on a kick. Yesterday was really good. We had our buddy Wes Little on, who's like a really, had a great New York career. He's in Nashville for the last 20 years, doing really good. And, us drummers, we get together, because we always say we're going to get together, but I force it. I'm like, yeah, you're going to drive to Spring Hill and we're going to talk, and it's going to be public record for 90 minutes.
You have to.
We totally. And then we even had Jeff, we had Jay Weinberg on yesterday. He was the drummer from Slipknot. Now he's with Suicidal Tendencies. He's Bruce Springsteen's drummer's son.
Yeah.
What?
His first
he lives
gig.
here in Nashville. They all live here now.
That's crazy.
He played Giant Stadium when he turned 17.
Yeah, it was in 2008, if you do the math, because he's 34 now.
He was filling in for his dad at Giant Stadium.
His first professional gig was subbing for his dad with Bruce Springsteen at Giant Stadium. No pressure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I am,
How old
nervous
was
at the. He's 34 now, but
He was like 17 or 18 years. He was 18 or 19 years old.
Here I am,
Dang.
shitting a brick at the City Winery before I play with the Huey Lewis.
Yeah, well, you did great, Jim.
Thank you.
So who is our guest today? I knew it
great
would be great
visual.
because he does voices, he does impersonations.
waste everybody's
He's a
time.
real ham. He's a real character. Hailing. This is a mouthful from Mangum, Oklahoma.
You just say it like Mangum.
Mangum.
There it is.
Hey, Mangum. I guess you got to think of King of the Hill. And calling Nashville home since 1989. That's 35, 36 years. He's a keyboardist. He's a composer. He's a producer. 9 times out of 10, if I'm doing a recording session, he's playing keyboards, and he's played with luminaries like Darius Rucker, Tim McGraw, Tracy Lawrence, Leanne Womack. And then you got the upstarts, these new guys, your Cole Swindells, your Warren Zeiders, your Gabby Barretts, and then even your CCM royalty like Amy Grant. We're talking about our friend Jeff Roach.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Everybody, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Oh,
Did you hear that?
got an audience outside.
Smattering of applause.
Smattering. That's a great word.
Totally.
Brought to you by Purified Water.
I
for
knew it would be
your
a great
thirst.
because you're, and the funny thing is I said, come 5 minutes before the interview, which means 2:55. You were here at 2:55 on the dime. And I said, do you make a habit of that? And you're always early.
Yeah.
Because to be on time is to be early,
Yeah.
especially in what we do.
Oh,
Because you got to be set up ready to go.
well, part of it is I'm extremely type A, and I want to be there and be prepared. I want all my ancient geriatric crap to work.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everything's been tuned or whatever. And literally, I have a 14-year-old laptop that's all I use it for right now is for sessions. And I got to make sure, is it going to breathe?
But do you have a
today?
backup?
No.
Okay. So if somebody wants
need to get one.
Omnisphere or any of those like soft synth things, if it goes down
Well, I don't have Omnisphere, but
or whatever, one of those,
yeah. Everybody asks me that, like, do you have this? And do you have that, man? Do you have this and that? I'm like, no.
Well,
Because
it's-
everybody else uses it.
I mean,
so,
it's working for you.
yeah.
The idea that obviously you can do all the traditional piano stuff. You put you on a real piano, you know that on the second verse you're going to have to do the Peg Robinson thing. I've seen you do quasi, new age classical things, but then you jump on your soft synth and you got the plug, all the sounds and the blips and the beeps. You're that guy too.
It's all about the blips of the beeps, Rich.
Yes.
I started as a drummer, though.
Well, no, because I knew that because you're very knowledgeable about drums. Does one of your children play drums?
I love the sound effects are fantastic. Thanks for that. Freaking whip crack is awesome. Oh,
That's the good from Laugh
Yeah,
USA.
my grandmother, Mama, she had a little set of drums, like a little 3-piece set of drums as a kid set up in her living room. I don't know where they came from.
Kick snare cymbal.
Pretty much, there was one rack mount tom.
Oh yeah, little Chinese tom-tom.
Yeah. But they were old. They were WFL.
Oh wow.
And someone had them.
Like as in Ludwig?
Yeah,
Yes.
William F.
Really?
Ludwig.
Oh, wow.
Like a student model. Had one lug in the middle and the little long kind of T-rod.
The long turrets, yeah.
And I would sit, she had like giant like tube socks and crap under the head. So they just, they didn't make any sound at all. And as a kid, I remember she had Charlie Pride albums. And then she had a Hollies, like the Hollies greatest hits. So like Bus Stop and Long Cool, was it A Woman in a Black Dress and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And I'd sit in there, I couldn't even touch the pedals. And
Wasn't
play
it
those.
Devil in a Blue Dress?
No, that's a different song.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Something with a dress.
Yeah, a long cool woman in a black dress.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah. And but I played all that stuff, and then one day I'll never forget. This is in the 1970s for all you youngsters. it was summertime. We had this really awful naugahyde, like green couch in the den. Back then, people had dens.
Yes, and it was olive was very popular.
Avocado
so
green.
was orange.
Oh, yeah. We had all of that.
Tupperware.
Yeah, we had an avocado green telephone hanging in the kitchen.
On the wall.
With the coily cord that I could reach the back gate with. If you wanted privacy, you had to stretch it through that horrible sliding door that everybody had.
Yep.
Off the back patio. So it was all about dens and pit groups. People had pit groups. But yeah, she was on the phone and I'm sitting on that couch sweating because, that stuff doesn't breathe, that vinyl. And she's like, Jeffrey, you want to learn how to play piano? Sure. And took from a little lady, Miss Wendell. And then Miss Wendell, health went south, and I drove to Altus, which is real close to my hometown, 26 miles away. We have to go to Altus to get anything, really.
Yeah.
And took from Miss Hubbard, Juanita Hubbard, and she was hardcore, like a guild style, like classical piano teacher.
Yep.
And
she wanted you to read the notes.
Yeah, and it's so bad, man. I hate to admit it. I can't read for crap. I still can't.
You've done great.
I fake it. What's all those little squiggly things on the
But we don't have to worry about it in Nashville usually unless you're doing some sort of like a cue or for a film or something.
Yeah. I can look at things and follow a melody, and I can look at the chord symbols. They'll have the tabs for guitar. Oh, here comes a G minor 9, whatever. I get that.
Yeah.
But it used to drive her crazy. It would take me forever to learn stuff.
But you had a great ear.
I did. And I actually won the state invitational piano contest when I was 13 or 14. Never forget it. It was this song. It took me like a year to learn. And my mom called it migraine because it was all dissonant. If it sounds right or sounds pretty, it was wrong.
Right.
It was by Alberto Ginastera.
You
called Malambo.
You remember to the day. Yeah.
And it has like, you would play 6/4 in your right hand and 10 in your left hand. And it's just
polyrhythms.
Crazy. Yeah. Really percussive. And by the end of it, I'm just beating the living back crap out of the piano. And it probably takes 10 minutes to play it from memory. That kind of stuff, concerto contests.
Yes. Well, it's good for discipline and time management and all that stuff.
I wish though that someone would say, "Hey, you want to learn jazz?" I can fake a few chords.
Yeah.
I have no concept of what that is.
But all the extensions, the 9s and the 13s. But I
hear them and I go, "Oh!"
But it's putting them together in the standards and knowing the songbook that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't have
what I mean? But that's okay because unless you're going to make that your focus, your career, you're like, I'm moving to Europe where they appreciate jazz. You're doing fine. You're playing on records that people are hearing in their car,
Cambodia,
in Publix, in
the jungle.
Yeah, they are.
In elevators. You know what I mean?
Many the greatest elevator hits of all time.
That's right. So
the funny thing was, though, my teacher, we have recitals, of course.
Yeah.
And after you played the Bach partita in C minor or whatever first with the second cadenza, at the end of these highbrow things, she'd say, "All right,
play something you want to play.
Jeffrey, come on up and play some of that junk music." And I'd get up and play Boogie Woogie or something and just rip everybody a
like
new
Jerry
one.
Lee Lewis type stuff? Nice.
Oh, yeah, Boogie Woogie piano.
Oh, yeah, because that stuff was easy in comparison to Liszt.
You need to meet my brother. It's like, I think he had the same piano teacher.
He might have.
Yeah.
Rest her soul. She's
so
brilliant.
many of them are taskmasters. Now,
but it's foundational, right? It's pouring the foundation, and
and then you got to know the rules so you can break them.
Exactly.
So did she ever get it? Was she ever made aware of your success in the music business?
No, she died many, many years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. But she used to get a kick out of it. It'd make her mad that I would figure out everything by ear. She'd lay her arms on the piano, just. And I'd go over and find kind of the range of the notes, and she would just, it'd make her crazy.
Yeah. But your ears were probably more developed than hers because she had decades of reading the notes.
I know, but I still wish to a degree that I've seen people just never seen music, set it on the stand, go, okay, we're in B flat, and then just sit down and play it. I was like, man, that would be cool to do. Unfortunately, most people that I know that do that play like robots.
Yeah.
It's like, no, man, come on. I want to feel.
It's when you combine the two that you become kind of unstoppable. But you're unstoppable, and you play very percussively and with great feel, like a drummer.
I'm always listening. It's funny, like guys that I end up working a lot with at the end of a phrase where I know a drum fill is coming. It's shocking how many times I hit the exact. We just play together so much. It's like I know what that fill's going to be.
So you're in the Nashville recording studios for the last 30-something years, 35 years, 36 years. Obviously, the landscape has changed. The technology has changed. The music has evolved. Players have come and gone. Guys have retired. They moved on. They, God forbid,
should have.
They've died. But so now, when you're showing up to set, am I right in saying that every day you're running into a Jerry Rowe or a Miles McPherson or who are the most common guys you work with all the time, drum wise?
Those guys, Evan Hutchings, quite a bit. I see Wes occasionally. Who else am I seeing? Chris Kimmerer.
Chris Kimmerer.
Yeah, like
at his place, the Brown Owl.
Yeah, Phil. Is it Lawson?
Phil Lawson.
Drum Phil is his Instagram.
Leon?
Not Phil Leon.
Oh, he's crap. I think it's Phil Lawson.
Sorry, Phil Lawson. We're gonna check you out, buddy.
I think that's his name. Love that guy. Sorry, I don't know your last name, Phil. We're always, hey, bud. You know, you can do that with the guys.
Get away with it.
Is it Lawson? Did you check it out? Did you Googleize him?
Phil Lawson.
Yes.
Good.
What's up, Phil?
Shout out to Phil.
But do you find yourself with some of the icons, the Eddies and the Lonnies and the Gregs and the Chads?
Lonnie still, I worked with Chad, actually had a triple with him last Monday.
Nice.
And he's great. I joke with Chad because he doesn't need toms. He just needs a kick, snare, and a hat and a couple of cymbals.
Yes.
He never fills on a tom. If it does, it always catches me off guard. Like,
it's rare, yeah.
He'll wear a snare out, but
yeah.
The Greg Morrows, love his feel.
What's up, Greg?
Yeah, I see Near occasionally.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Hello, brother.
Very intense, man.
I went over finally. See, they threaten, we got to get together with you. I'm the guy that like goes, we've been talking about this for 5 years. It's not going to become 6 years.
So you've been here 35 years?
Yeah, or 36.
You don't look old enough.
I know he's got this youthful.
What are you doing later? Thank you.
Is that
working?
Obviously, I don't know about your diet and exercise and your clean living, but I mean you've always got a firm handshake and you're always laughing and you're always happy to be in the room. There's this enthusiasm. So
how old are you?
Yeah,
I'll be 58 next month.
No way.
Yeah, I just turned 55.
I was waiting for you to tell me.
I drive my golf cart.
Oh, you got the golf cart?
I mean, I can.
Good for you.
Did you buy it? Oh, you
I'm just saying, at this point, I could move to a 55 and over community where they give you the golf cart.
The Villages.
Yes, comes with a free golf cart and a sexually transmitted disease.
Make sure to bring your upside down pineapple flags.
No, syphilis is on the rise, old folks.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it.
Let them.
That's what I say.
Have fun.
Hey man, if you make it to 80, you can eat all the whiskey and chocolate you want. Do what you want.
Let's just kind of pause here for a second because I have a little bit of we have to do a little bit of a plug, not only for ourselves. Throw me that cap over there. I'm going to do something.
Jeez, Jim.
I'm a taskmaster.
You're turning into a full promosexual today.
That's right. We'll put it in the
do you know Kevin Murphy? He's John Party's live drummer.
I think I've met him. I know John. I've worked with John a few times.
Anyways.
And when I say pause, I'm not really pausing. We're going to make this part of the show.
Okay.
We're going to stick a pin in it.
We're sticking.
I hate that kind of stuff.
This doesn't sound very good. I'm not getting anything back. It feels like I'm not using anything at all.
What are you talking about?
Check. Oh, it's working. This thing on?
Is that better?
You know how when you're at an event and there's always feedback?
Oh.
It has to be feedback. Yeah. In the movies, whenever there's a microphone, always feedback.
Exactly. And anytime someone's in nature, there's a hawk. You hear that?
Or
flipping hawk everywhere.
What about the car alarm that sounds like a chirp from the 90s? When was the last time you ever heard a chip chip?
Oh, no. Oh,
in the movies.
My new thing I hate is every computer in any sci-fi movie
has to make noise.
Yes, the screen's always.
That goes back to
they don't make sound.
Alien.
No. But you know what the funny thing is? On your keyboard, you could probably make all those sounds, right?
You know I could. There's my career move, Jim.
Dude, imaging work parts for radio stations.
Yeah, but they have sound libraries now.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So getting back to what I was saying before.
Okay, Jim.
We do have merch.
Tons of
Talk
merch.
about our merch.
Yep.
TheRichRedmondShow.com. Go there. I just had lunch with Jason Miller, who owns Christian Brothers Automotive. I want to give him a shout out.
Okay, yeah,
We
because
had-
I'm always looking for a
Shout out.
fair place to
Yeah.
fix my vehicle that's not the dealership where they're not going to upsell me on a million other things.
He restores my faith in humanity. I like that gentleman. You should really meet him. Grecian Restaurant, who was on my podcast, the episode's out this week. Got to give them a shout out, and mainly because Jay was talking about his affinity for diners, Northeast diners.
I love diners.
And they're very akin to a Northeast diner.
The closest you get in Spring Hill, Tennessee is the Grecian restaurant.
Yes.
Yep. And you
A lot of really cool good
because
stuff.
it's a thick menu. You can get pizza, you can get pasta, you can get a breakfast, you can get gyros, you can get American
Hold on.
cuisine, all the stuff.
Yeah.
Giro, is that how you say it?
Gyro.
See, this is the benefit of growing up in Mangum, Oklahoma.
Mangum.
Man, I want one of them gyros right,
That's right.
now.
Yeah.
Throw some of that lamb on there.
Up in Danbury, Connecticut, we probably called him that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
It's like, no, it's gyros. No, it's gyros, dude. Sorry.
Gy-
The shout out to everyone that these local businesses in Spring Hill. It's an amazing community. And for the folks that are interested in beanies, hats, shirts, the elusive coffee mug,
That's
just
right.
go to therichredmondshow.com.
That's right.
Enter the code FALL25.
We'll go to the merch page first.
Yeah. FALL25
Fall 25.
for 25% off. And it's shipped right to your house. Ba-bam.
And coming soon, the car bra. Remember when everybody had to have that thing on the front of their car?
Oh, yeah, to catch all the dead bugs.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm going to have all these rock dings on my car. Everybody had them for a while.
Yeah.
And now they're just gone. You never see them anymore.
Now it's clear bra.
Oh, is it a clear?
It's clear bra.
It's a purely transparent brassiere. For
So
your
is
car.
that good, Jim? Are
I
we
used to
good?
sell them. Yeah.
Okay, good. Back to the conversation here.
All right. Let's get back to
I was
the
getting
good
back
stuff,
into
Rich.
it.
Okay, sorry. If you're listening to this podcast, it means you're already looking to improve your drumming. Why not level it up in person with me when you book a one-on-one day drum intensive? Drummers from around the world have traveled to Nashville to study with me. We cover subjects like reading, rudiments, technique, hand development, charting, the Nashville number system, styles, percussion, music biz insider info, career development, positive mindset, and much more. Of course, we address all your questions, and my deep curriculum has helped players of all kinds move the ball down the field to be closer to their goals, even getting accepted to college music programs, moving to that dream music town, getting gigs, and keeping them. Find out more about my one-on-one day drumtensive. Go to drumtensive.com. drumtensive.com. drumtensive.com.
Have a podcast that needs a facelift? Or maybe you're just starting out and want to hit the ground running. At itsyourshow.co, we help you produce, rebrand, and elevate your podcast. Led by industry vet Jim McCarthy, a 25-plus year voiceover, music, and talk radio production pro. Jim's got the ear, the experience, and the gear to take your show from average to unforgettable. Podcasts are one of the most powerful tools to grow your brand, connect authentically, and build trust with your audience. But sounding like a pro? That's what sets you apart. Visit itsyourshow.co today, and let's make your podcast sound like it should.
So, now what brought you, why Nashville in 1989?
You know, that's a good question.
Well, you knew you wanted to get out of Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, and you know, it's funny. People that they know me, but my rear end, my upbringing was very, very different than kind of my persona. We had a small farm for out there was a quarter section, it's 160 acres.
My God.
160. We had about 80 head of cattle at most. So I've worked cattle with my dad back in the day, built more fence than I ever cared
Branding?
to. They usually put ear tags on them. They still do, do brand some. I wasn't part of the branding. We've done lots of things with the cows, including the snip snip. That was brutal. I've done that on occasion.
Oh, painful.
I helped my dad pull a calf one time out of a heifer.
Jeez,
You wouldn't do that?
It's a neat story.
Dude.
Dad is in like a suit. We get a call that this heifer has got problems, and he's hanging his jacket like over the barn door or this door next to the. We have our all up in this the lot kind of bunch of how do I call it? It's like steel fencing up around the barn, and she's in there, and I think the calf is breech or something, and you have to reach in,
Pull it up.
you reach in and attach a steel cable, the kind you see on a truck. And first you have to rearrange the calf and hook it around the hooves. And it's those things you see, they're like, it's got a sprocket.
Come along.
Yeah. A great big version of that. And you're like, are you kidding me? So here comes the calf and all of that gooey goodness that comes with the,
Yeah.
with the calf.
Little placenta.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a good time. Nothing grosses you out after that, but
No.
I've,
Nature.
sown wheat and hauled hay and trumped cotton and done all that stuff. And it's so foreign to my life now.
You know, you remember the workout place? It's now the Tesla dealership in Franklin. It was called Prairie Land Fitness.
No.
Oh, Prairie Life Fitness.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was a national chain. And they advertised on the radio for a while, but for a longest time, I was like, that's an interesting concept.
Prairie Life.
Prairie Life Fitness. I'm like, what do? You go up in there and like throw hay bales around and stuff like that? That's a great workout.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like moving tires and you swing the head sledgehammers, all the Tim McGraw stuff on the roads.
That's
Exactly.
That's not what it was.
Well, it was just
It was
named
a regular gym.
Yeah, just a regular gym.
Why is it Prairie
with a
Life?
weird name?
I don't know.
You have to dress like a Mennonite when you're in there.
And you sweat a lot. That's the
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
The dirtiest I ever got was, and I love this memory. We were, I think we were alfalfa. I'm trying to remember what we were sowing in this field, this front field. But we borrowed this piece of equipment. I think they call it a drill. I don't know why they call it a drill, but imagine a great big wide tank and wheels at the end. The tractor pulls it, and out of the tank, roughly where each row of the field is kind of a funnel apparatus. And it's really old. This thing looks like it should have been in a museum. So most of the funnel apparatus, which was metal originally, had all rusted away, and some guy had wired up a bunch of old inner tubes and baling wire and all this stuff. Well, all the bumping and all this, these things would come out and seed would kind of get scattered. So my job is to crawl around on the back of this thing and make sure all these tubes stay in the funnel locations. So this is 115 degrees and dry and dirt coming off those tractor tires all day long. So when I get home, my mom stops me on the porch and she's like, "Nuh-uh, you're not coming in the house like that." Because I looked like a dry lake bed.
Yeah.
It was just coated.
wow.
It was like 1/8 of an inch thick.
Oh my gosh.
It just break. And so she hit me with a hose first.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Don't even go upstairs. Just go get in that bathtub in there." And I left mud in the bathtub.
Yeah.
But when you're that dirty, when you get real clean, you feel cleaner than you've ever felt.
Oh, there's nothing like a shower makes you a new man.
Oh, it's
Just
so
even
gross.
after a lawn mowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to this day, I still like getting out on my property and like cutting up trees and
Yeah.
splitting wood.
Oh, a tree just fell on my property, Jim.
Yeah, so what are you going to do about it?
I got to call Caesar's Drive.
Oh my gosh.
What do you want me to do? Go out there with chop
good
it
for
all
you.
up and load
Dude.
What's the dirtiest you've ever gotten doing physical manual labor, Rich? Come on. Tell us a story.
When I first moved to Nashville, I worked for Manpower, which is a temp agency.
Oh, yeah.
And I would take anything, and they would send me out to like construction sites, and they'd be like, "Hey, man, you sweep, keep this clean, run out and get us lunch or whatever." But everyone knows I have horrible like Claritin 24-hour allergies, and I had
You
to
picked the greatest place to live for that.
Oh my God. I had to unload a gigantic 18-wheeler semi full of documents that we had to load in this place to burn. And they were like 40-year-old documents covered with inches of dust. I was just covered with dust, sneezing, my eyes all red and white. How much? $8 an hour?
Nice.
How do you make a living on $8 an hour, guys? I mean,
It's living, baby.
Wow.
You know those squares you see in the pavement before you pull up to a stoplight?
Yeah.
They call those loops. They're not actually pressure plates or like most people think they are. They're wires that are wrapped around the pavement, and somebody has to cut those in. And I actually, when I worked as an electrician, did that kind of work. We cut loops into the pavement in intersections in Connecticut.
Max, what job have you not done? So far, I've just known you for 20 minutes and
Plumbing.
you're like a polymath over there, man.
I
There's
am.
nothing.
Plumbing is dirty. I don't want to get,
Well, let me see. Do you have all your digits?
I
Because
do.
most plumbers.
But I do have trade tattoos. I have a lot of scars on my hands.
Yeah.
I call them trade tattoos.
Plumbers are always like missing fingers and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
jacked up.
It's you can't have soft hands.
But
You don't
you're
have soft
never
hands.
more happy to see a trade guy than when you need them and
Oh,
they
yeah.
show up in a timely manner and they know their stuff and they're nice and they explain the situation and they get it done.
Tradespeople are going to have the last laugh, guys.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
they are. And they
AI's
leave
coming.
with a check.
That's right.
Yeah, the Hoffman brothers got a lot of my money this last year because I bought a new house in October, and I was just like, yeah, let's check the plumbing, let's check the electricity, let's check this. Like, yeah, they basically were parked in front of my house for 2 weeks.
So basically, that's your fault. Let's check this. Let's check that.
I didn't have to, but I was just like, this is brand new.
They put it in their CRM, Rich Redmond, in parentheses, lay down.
Lay down.
You're a lay down.
That means I'm an easy target.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they love me.
I saw some guy the other day. There was a blurb about a dude that went to Walmart or whatever and bought a full size like fake skeleton
Yeah.
because he was redoing his deck.
Yeah.
And when he took all the deck boards off in the ground, he kind of half buried the skeleton.
Oh,
He's
like
just
the
gonna
Red Door
leave it.
Saloon. Yeah.
And so he's going to redo it. And years from now, when someone redoes the deck, they're going to discover this moldy
Giant.
skeleton.
Amazing.
They're going to think it's like a Nephilim or something
I
like
mean,
that.
it's amazing. I thought, what a great idea.
So
That's
the reason
really-
why I was telling the story about the loops is that was my dirtiest job.
Yeah.
Because all the road dust
Yeah.
got kicked up and just all day long.
I helped a guy in a grain elevator one day, and you talk about not being able to breathe. And it was so hot. It was in the middle of summer, and it was all the dust just blowing around.
Those things are dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
You can get trapped and die in those things.
I knew a guy, his arm got caught in an auger, and it just chewed it off.
Like freaking chop meat.
Yeah, it's a big drill bit in those things to just, yeah.
There, you're done.
Farm life.
So that's your roots. But now, all these years later, decades later, you're in an air-conditioned studio every day, endless piles of coffee. Usually someone's going to Jimmy John's to get us lunch. It's all thumbs up.
Wait, where are you working?
Now, when you do the sessions that I book you on, we've always got a nice catered lunch, for that cat Mark, the California guy with the long blonde hair. He always
What a sweet guy.
pays us cash.
Yes, he does.
Above scale. He goes, wait, what does this normally pay? And I tell him, he goes, that's ridiculous. But he's got wads of hundreds.
And you're like, keep him coming.
He's a great guy. And he's like,
Keep
well, let's
him-
get some lunch. And he's awesome.
Yeah,
I wish everyone was like that.
I know. I had a guy pay me cash yesterday. And that just, I never see cash. I'm literally like, what is this green papery substance?
Yeah. Is
Have you ever
this
been
real?
Have you ever been denied of paying by cash yet?
No.
Happened to me.
Someone said, no, we don't do cash.
We don't take cash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Southwest Airlines doesn't take cash anymore. If you want a cocktail, you better have your
I don't-
swipey swipe.
I always thought that was illegal though. You have to accept cash.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a bar downtown.
Wow. Well, it just goes to show you. And remember, if you've ever played the End, that little rock and roll club across from the exit in, it's like it seats maybe like 40 people tops. It is a beer
Nothing
only,
more rock and roll than a
cash-only
40
place.
40 stand.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if you got a new rock
You're a-
band in Nashville, you're playing the End. That's
The
your
End.
first spot
It's also the place that you play in the end.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's still there.
Yeah.
Some developer's going to knock it down.
Yeah. It's going to just fall into the ground.
So anyways,
and build a big
you said to
condo.
yourself, I'm getting out of Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Wow. Full circle. Yeah. We went way off. Anyways,
Tangents.
I went to college in West Texas. And anyways, at some point in Oklahoma, with all the classical stuff, my dad printed up some little business cards back when the kids had business cards.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And it said classical to country. And he would promote me to play like banquets and all this stuff. And so
great.
I would just play, everybody had to learn ice castles or whatever.
Oh, the theme to ice castles.
Yeah. This kind of stuff. So I did all of that. And then I had a relative that said, come on up to Oklahoma City. There's this place called the Oklahoma Opry, which is like a Grand Ole Opry thing. And it was in an old theater. And it was like a Grand Ole Opry thing. It had a band, a house band. And so I came out and I played a version, I think it was Frankie and Johnny. But you know this. And so I was doing the boogie woogie thing. And then I thought, I'm going to try singing. So then I did that. And that launched. I was 14 years old and every weekend was gone playing all over Oklahoma, all over Texas.
Great.
My famous Garth Brooks story. I actually beat Garth Brooks in a talent contest in Oklahoma City at a big nightclub. This is groundbreaking news.
This is great. Has this ever been told on a podcast?
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a premiere.
I don't know.
Rich
I
Redmond
think, it's a shame Garth couldn't get his career going. After that, he was so decimated.
Great. Yeah. Great.
But I'll never forget, he walked up to me. He was in school, I believe at Stillwater. And he was Garth then. I mean, he's fully the entertainer that he is now. And he rubs me on the head and he goes, I know if I get beat, it's going to be by this punk kid. And it was at this nightclub, which obviously I'm underage, but I think it was called Henson's after Henson Cargill or something. It became Doc Severinson's and then became something else.
Wow.
But the guys that were in the house band, most of them became George Strait's main band for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned to chart number charts.
Yeah. Were they reading the numbers at the Oklahoma Opry?
Yes, they did there too. So they may have learned it from some cat, the Nashville number system. So, but that started a whole other thing. So and that's how I ended up going to college, because I got scholarships from places to play and promote the school, and ended up going to school in Abilene Christian University in Abilene, Texas.
Abilene, Texas,
Yeah.
Isn't that a heavy female school?
It was at the time, yes. And yes.
It was in your favor.
It was.
Now, did you meet your wife there?
I sure did.
Wow, you guys been together a long time.
36 years.
Wow, good for you.
Man.
How about it?
Hey,
she's
man.
still, she's still serving her sentence. And
Now, what does she do?
Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly
That's celebration for PB&J, man.
Yeah, what is the anniversary gift for 36 years? You know how the first year it's like string or something?
I think it's leave and give me a week in peace.
Oh, yeah.
Leave me the hell alone.
Yeah, that's kind of that's sort of the MO. No, I married way up. And what's funny is she's a total city girl. She's from Dallas.
Yeah.
And when she met me, she was like, who is this rube? She was on a date and I was playing a gig on campus and her date's like, I want to meet this guy. And she's like, really? Why?
This boogie woogie guy?
Yeah. Why do you want to? She was totally not interested.
Well, how did this turn?
I don't know. I was poor on campus. And so I lived in the, campus housing and ate in the cafeteria and all that stuff. So I was at our little post office and I see these two girls and they were kind of snickering and looking at me. I'm like, what's going on? And they went, we know who likes you. And of course, I was just one of these people that was like, whoo, what? Please, for the love of God.
Yeah, like one of the big...
Does a female actually...
Like a Big Bang Theory cast member.
Oh, yeah. I was pitiful.
Yeah.
I was, still
this
am.
This is great.
But... And she was big city girl. It was Texas. She had the giant blonde hair.
With the thing?
Dallas?
No, she never did the fence.
Yeah.
That coral reef looking thing that's
Held back the sheep.
Yeah.
You're getting a package delivered, looks like.
Nice.
But she did these, and everybody did them. I called them audio scoops, where they would take the blonde hair to the side and how would she do it? I think you would hit it with some hairspray and then hit it with a hairdryer real quick, and it would freeze into this wall. So that I make it sound so great. And it's
debutante hairstyle.
Yeah, and I swear all the girls had this, and you could probably hear for miles. It was like a satellite dish.
It's like the modern day equivalent of lip filler.
Everyone's got the
temporary.
lips now.
Yeah. But she's great. She's beautiful.
Nice.
And she still tolerates me for some reason.
But how did it go from this guy, I want to meet this guy. I'm kind of enamored
you
by
getting her.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Did he have any idea that, eventually he's going to be taking my girl?
Yeah, I think that he was not an item with her at all. And I never saw myself. I never had a real girlfriend. I was always gone on weekends and I looked like a weirdo. I was just a scrawny kid. And so I thought, there's no way this chick is interested in me.
Did you have a mullet?
Huh?
Did you have a mullet?
I never did the mullet.
No?
No.
Long hair?
I've always been a guy that whatever everybody else is doing, I can't do that.
Right.
So
That's great.
I'm like Apple. Think different.
Yeah.
It's not a noble thing. It's
That's why
part of it. I couldn't
hair.
pull it off if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I found out that she liked me, and I thought, on paper, we have absolutely nothing in common. But it's weird, like when we built...
Opposites attract, man.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Because where I'm cynical and a smart aleck and all those things, she's sensitive and caring and she all this kind of...
Yeah.
So we just fit together great. And she always, sees the great stuff in people, and I'm always dubious, like, oh, they're up to something.
Yeah.
I saw that face when you saw me for the first time.
I always try to subscribe to don't say anything about anyone unless it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you can't say something nice, say nothing.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that.
So anyways,
people
so
don't.
you're all over the place. You're getting 10,000 hours in your teens.
Probably, yeah.
But then this is what I'm fishing for. Are you jumping in a van, playing in a band? You trying to get a record deal? How you end up in Nashville?
I thought I was going to, that's all I'd done. And I mean, we'd had people come to campus, big acts and stuff like Little Texas and all these people, and I would be the opening act.
That's awesome.
And so my goal was, I want people to go, how boring was that opening? I mean, how boring was the main act? We'd have just crazy, we'd play, party songs and stage diving and silly string and just bananas.
Yeah.
And then the big act would come on and they're kind of like, oh, who's this?
Where's the silly string?
Yeah, that's kind of what we hoped for. But, and I was doing sort of my weird version. My music that I started writing back then was like, if Jerry Lee Lewis and Prince and the Red Hot Chili Peppers all got together.
That's fantastic.
And stuff.
Is this documented somewhere on maybe audio cassette?
Nah.
No,
not really. And the truth is, when I moved here, I worked in a clothing store for a while. Jana worked at Dillard's for a bit behind the makeup counter. And
was this like Green Hills Mall?
Yeah, before it was all connected. This is back in the day.
Nice.
And I thought, well, I want to learn all this. So I went out on the road. Well, I met you. Marcus Humman was one of my first contacts, and such an amazing guy.
Massive songwriter for those that don't know.
And a freaking genius, just creative person and wonderful family. I love Marcus.
Yeah.
And he kind of gave me a chance. First, I played on some demos of his and played live with him for a while and met some other amazing musicians in the birth of all of this.
Yeah.
And I kind of figured out, you dip your toe in the business part of it then. And that's when I started the seed was planted of, I don't want to have anything to do with that. And everybody thought I would come out here and do bands and be an act and all that stuff. And I'm a much more behind the scenes kind of person. It's just not, I wasn't interested in doing that at all.
So bringing your strengths and musical abilities to bring a thing together to create a product for someone that resonated with you. Mm-hmm. What was the first recording? Doing his demos?
Probably doing his demos.
But then how did that thing start to?
He got a record deal for not nearly long enough. He's such an amazing,
because he was more Columbia. Of a writer.
He was a great writer. And he's a true artist in the sense that, we played, I went and did a van tour with him, the van and trailer thing with some amazing other players. And they put us, his booking agency put us in some horrible, like honky tonk situations, which he is not.
Yeah.
The place that we played that fit him was like the Birchmere in Boston. It's a listening room.
More Bluebirdish.
Yeah. Which you hear what he's trying to say and what he's doing. And that's where it's at. It's not, honky tonk, badonkadonk or whatever. No line dancing.
Right.
He's not that guy. Nothing against that.
No, play Tulsa time. Yeah. I mean,
he's not that guy.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, that taught me a bunch. And then that kind of ping ponged. There was a group of people. Some people wanted to develop what I did. And it just never really, I never had the real desire to take that any further. Yeah. And I fell into doing the session thing. Oh, I did go out on the road. I did do that for about a little over a year with McBride and the Ride.
Yeah, I saw that on the Wikipedia.
Yeah, and I still see Terry occasionally.
Terry McBride.
He wears me out. That dude.
Was Gary Morse in the band?
Oh my gosh. We were roomies for a while, and you talk about the odd couple.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then Vince Gill's drummer?
Billy Thomas.
Billy Thomas?
Pillar of a guy. I loved all those guys. I had a lot of fun.
I keep telling him to come on the show. I see him all the time. Billy's like, I'm so busy with Vince. I'm like, well, we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
This is the thing is I call in these things. I make it happen. I bug people until there's, yes, I'll do it.
You've got some tenacity, Mr. Redmond.
Well, it's like herding cats, but
it is. It's
I knew that when I booked you one time, we were going to have to reschedule. We only rescheduled once because you're just so busy. I mean, the fact that every time I end up on a session, you're doing it. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Well,
that means you're doing a lot of them.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
I'm doing less than I used to.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it begin to slow down a little bit.
Do you feel like, but now, so if it slows down, it's never going to slow down, and but if it continues on this like path, what are you going to do in these later? Is there a thing that you want to do, like compose your own music, write for TV and film, get into another What's the thing for your 60s?
I'm thinking about goat yoga. No.
Yeah, what is that all about? So annoying.
Nah. Oh, nah. Sorry.
Give a look at
terrible,
that.
terrible dad joke. I'm really in the middle of that right now. Yeah, there you go.
It was a little late, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm literally in the middle of all that right now. I'm kind of trying to figure out, I'm sort of redefining my life right now.
If you could wave a magic wand, what would it be?
At the moment, I love production, but I'm very much strange. See, people don't know this about me.
Well, this is another secret you're revealing on the Rich Redmond Show.
Yeah.
You said you do some ghost production.
Yeah, I do a lot of pop. My love is pop stuff.
Yeah.
I know I play piano and whirly and all that, and there's guys in town that do it way better than me. But I love synthesizers and programming and all that kind of crazy stuff. I've always been a knob twiddler junkie.
Turner. Yeah.
Ever since when I was doing the classical thing at a university close to my hometown, they had a mini Moog in a closet. And I was like, what is that? And they loaned me a pair of headphones, and they had to peel me out of there day after day because I just was fascinated with it.
Well, is that the one with you're plugging in?
Oh, no, I've got one of those. That's a modular.
A modular.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's at the house. And when somebody used to come over when I was riding a lot, they'd come over and they'd look at it and they're,
It looks like one of those ENIACs or EVIACs, which were the first computers. It takes up a giant room.
It's not that big. It's pretty sizable for what it is, and it's like Legos for sound. If I have time, I get into sound design, and I can nerd out.
Modular synths.
It's a modular.
Now you, I'm sure, had a DX7.
I did, and by the time I really learned to program it, which the interface is one slider, you find the parameter, and you push this button, and you control. It's a nightmare to program.
But they sold a lot.
They did. It's a really, really powerful instrument. The interface is horrible. But by the time I really got to where I could program great sounds on it, you'd get laughed out of the studio if you walked in with one. They're kind of getting cool again.
They're coming back like corduroys.
They are. Yeah, you can't sneak up on people in chords.
What about the Oberheim OBX?
Massive synth.
Yeah.
Massive. I didn't own one. I've got kind of a knockoff version of it now in a rack mount of it.
Yeah.
UBX it's called. But
you know what that one is, Rich?
Oh, yeah. Did you have all your drum machines, your RX-7s and your SR-16s and your SR-18s and your 808s and your 909s?
I still wish I had a couple of those.
I love a physical device. I mean, you can get all those things now in like an app for $2.99.
It's not the same, though.
It's not the same as playing actually, like, you can play Pac-Man on an iPhone. But there's not like getting that wood paneled Atari with, and you get this phallic joystick.
Do I want it to be harder? Let me flick on difficulty.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But I mean, my brother had the.
I turned Pac-Man over.
Oh, dang.
I mean,
You played
were
it
a
upside down?
Pac-Man.
I played it to the point where you go to the very end. If there is an end of a game, I got there.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You spent some time on that machine.
Dude.
But how many levels of Pac-Man were there?
There was just so many. And then I had Gallica, and then you had Centipede, and then you had Dig Dug, and then Berserker,
Do you
Defender.
remember Battlezone?
I loved
Battlezone. I loved
What about Adventure?
Tempest.
Adventure?
Tempest.
Pitfall was cool where you're jumping over you land on the crocodile's heads.
Yeah.
Tempest was that crazy one with that yellow thing that crawls around the geometric shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was with the dial.
All the quarters I spent going up to Stop and Shop and playing Space Invaders.
Stop and Shop. Oh my God, that's Connecticut.
Dude, total Connecticut.
we had the Wag-A-Bag.
Yeah.
Not in Mangum. We didn't have anything in Mangum.
You had to drive to Altus.
Yeah, Altus, yeah.
Altus, yeah.
My brother had a Juno 106.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
That's the
a
sound
classic.
of the 80s.
Yeah.
Good sound.
That
of
was
the 80s.
similar. That was a less expensive version of the OB8, I believe.
But, well, way less complicated than an OB8, for sure. Yeah.
Because the OBX was the jump keyboard.
But the current gear, he shows up with a like a synth that's like maybe like three octaves, and then you go into your MacBook.
Well, what I show up with now is literally just a controller.
Yeah, it's a controller.
It's an 88 key controller.
Yeah.
And it's
Like a soft synth, right?
Yeah, a lot of it is. I still, if depending on 90% of the time around here, I don't need to bring anything other than my laptop and that, because the studio will usually have an organ, usually have a piano or two. They might have a Rhodes or a Whirly, and even if they don't, I got all of that stuff covered anyways.
Yeah.
Even the organ, which can be really rough, but I've figured out a way to get And I can't even begin to tell you how many freaking records my laptop B3 has on that no one could tell the difference.
It's crazy.
And it's hard because getting the Leslie right's the hard part, the Doppler effect of the spinning.
Yeah.
That's the hardest bit. And it's coming from my laptop. People cannot believe it's a laptop. I'd prefer to play the real one, obviously.
Virtual instruments.
And they've gotten good. Back when they first started, they were horrible, but they've really gotten good. But
the last virtual thing to get better is electronic cymbals. A cymbal is so complex. It's such a crazy instrument. I mean, it's in the Bible, cymbals. Getting it to sound good off of a pad with, a dynamic range, especially hi-hats, it's still is the Achilles heel of electronic percussion.
if I'm programming drum stuff at the house and I want it to have hi-hat, I'll drag the real hi-hat over and play it. There's just so many subtleties.
Of the tip of the stick and the shank of the stick and opening and your foot pressure, and it's a gorgeous instrument. I mean, the hi-hat actually defines, I think, a feel of a drummer more than any part of the kit.
I think Nerf should make hi-hats though, because it seems to bleed into all the other drums.
Yeah, the guys have come up with this guy came up with this thing. He sent me one. I haven't used it yet, but it's called a hi-hat husher, and it wraps around.
Oh, I've seen that thing, yeah.
Yeah, so Chris McHugh's got one, and Near's got one, and I've got one sitting at the house. I just need to break it out.
It looks like the arm out of a 70s like van. Like the barrel chairs that they would have. It looks like that. But I probably need to buy some new hi-hat cymbals because the ones I have are a little too bright. They cut too much. I want some dark.
Get some 15s or 16s. Everyone's went big.
Yeah.
So because it takes up less sonic space and it leaves more space for the acoustics and all.
But you said hats. It's funny. 808, my favorite drum machine of all time. Not what the kids go, hey, you got your 808s. It doesn't work. Yeah. It's not a bass instrument. It's the Roland TR 808, which I still wish I had one.
It was called the Rhythm Composer.
Yeah. And that thing, there's a great documentary out there about the 808.
About drum machines.
Yeah, it's fantastic about the beginnings. And Roland had like 8 employees. And back in the early days, everybody had those organs where you hit like foxtrot, and bossa and all that stuff. And so they wanted to make a rhythm machine, and they came out with an 808, and or maybe it was even before that, but the sound, the reason I'm bloviating.
Documentary. I wrote that down.
Yeah.
Jim, we should look it up and see if we can find it.
The guy goes down there. They didn't have a lot of money. They went down the street to this other big Japanese manufacturer of electronics. And all of I don't know if it was a transistor or capacitor, something that didn't come up to spec. They threw it in a bin. It was faulty. And Roland would buy those faulty transistors or whatever it was.
Nice.
Those are the things that made the cymbal sound. So over time, obviously manufacturing and design got better. They parted themselves out of existence. So that little high sizzle that's in an 808 cymbal, that's a faulty electronic part.
That's amazing to hear. Yeah. Wow. And Roland did mighty fine. They just acquired DW Drums.
Really?
So they are the parent company for DW Drums. Isn't that incredible?
Wow.
It's crazy.
I bought my first synth, my own personal synth, in Japan.
Yeah.
I bought a Korg Poly 61. Wow. That's all I could afford.
Is that when you toured Japan with somebody?
No, I went on an exchange thing. I was going over there to...
In college?
Actually, it was a junior in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. I love those people.
I really want to get to Tokyo. I've been to the outskirts, like small town Japan, but Tokyo apparently is another planet.
Oh, it's massive. It's so massive. But the people are wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
They're respectful. And
this high rise, and it was called the Ginza. It's kind of like Madison Avenue in Tokyo.
Gotcha.
And this family I was staying with took me, and it was like 8 floors of musical gear.
What?
So they dropped me off, and of course everything is just stacked up. And I came home with
great use of space.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. I came home with this weird little drum synth that mounts on the rim of a drum and somehow triggers it. I don't think I ever got it to come on right or whatever. I had that. I got that Poly 61. These people cracked me up. We'd drive down the road and a car had passed, and it was like a Toyota Celica Supra, something like that. And they'd go, you like car? The two sons spoke a little bit of English, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. They'd whip into a dealership, like I'm going to buy a car. Send it up. I had all these giant piles of packets in Japanese over. I don't know what they thought, but
oh my God.
Wonderful, wonderful, polite, just gracious people. I love them.
Yeah.
Love.
I got to get there.
Yeah, you do. It's amazing.
Ever been to China?
Nope.
No.
Never been to China. Never been to the continent of Africa. Traveled kind of everywhere else, but
yeah. Africa is. I mean, this is.
We're covering some topics today, Rich.
That's the motherland. I mean, dude. I mean, and we never get there.
No.
But Egypt is in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been to Africa.
Oh, you've been to Egypt? Really?
Yeah, been to Egypt. Yeah. Nick Buda, everyone says Buddha, is from South Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Nick?
The country
Yeah.
is South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, way down. You're reminding me of something. How do you count off a track? I'm trying to remember because every drummer's got a different count off.
So I'll probably go 1, 2.
Yeah, very short percussive.
So you know where the transients are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, kind of like I used to watch engineers when they punch in and out. They all have a different technique. You've got the ones where the button's hot. You've got the ones that are the side swipers.
Yep.
You've got the sneak up on the remote. This is back when we were on tape machines.
Yeah.
There was all those different.
Hey,
drummers all have that. I noticed the other night, I was working, Steve Brewster, a guy I've known forever, will not say the number 1. It's always 2, 1. He's never have.
Wow,
it's
he is like a guttural.
Yeah. And you said, Nick, his thing is, I think it's the accent pops out on the number 2. It's always 1, 2. It's like a toll. It's a funny little 2. Listen for it.
Oh yeah, because that's his South African accent
must be
coming out. So what are some other interesting ones?
Miles has a weird one. He seems like he goes into like a kid voice a lot when he's doing one. What? His voice is already high.
Yes.
So it sounds like a little kid. Like he just
Miles
turned
could
8.
definitely do cartoon voiceover. Now I can't imagine you guys in a room together because you just have this.
If he or his dad.
You have a frickin' frack thing.
But that energy. Well, Jerry, his dad, I've known him forever. And Jerry's speaking voice is everything's from like, I don't know, 2K and above. And he'll start this routine of, I woke up with the blues this morning. Yeah. And he'll do this little blues lick in his voice. And I had a broken rib one time and I hired him on a record. And someone said something that triggered him doing one of his bits, I literally ran out of the room. Because I knew I was going to start laughing and I might black out from pain.
Oh my God.
But when he's on, I'll be quiet. If you want to see me really quiet, just have one of those guys. I'll be quiet. It's just too much.
It's too much.
The place might burn down.
Yeah.
It's too much idiocy in one space.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I go with the short, and my band gets me to do the countdown because they play PlayStation hockey on the bus, but they bet on it, so they've got heads or tails, and they choose teams. Or
right.
No, I know it is when they choose teams. The thing is spinning, and then I go 1, 2, ready, and I'm ready. They hit the thing, and so they go, no one does it like you, so they get me out of my bunk rib. We're choosing teams, and I'll go 1, 2, ready, and then they hit the thing, and it's like they play.
Do you keep it in tempo or do you throw them off?
Sometimes I'll throw them off, but they're waiting for that last percussive.
I never did the video game thing. I had an Atari as a kid, but everybody's a gamer and stuff now. I have no interest in it.
I don't get it.
There's too much now with
It's too many dadgum buttons.
duck, run, grab, shoot, punch. We
Go
were
to
just
the map.
We were just firing
Check
and
out
running.
your inventory.
Yeah, we had a stick and a button. That's all I could take. That's literally all I could take.
Well, also, it got pretty scary. Well, I mean, this is going back 15 years, which is crazy to think, but that game Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't they
Really
make a bad
scary.
movie about that?
Yeah, they made a movie about the video game, but basically like little damaged demon children with knives coming and hacking away at your legs.
Horror movie game, like Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil.
That was like a movie.
Why?
Yeah, well, they made 7 of them with the actress, the model. What's her name?
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, she's wonderful. I will watch those movies over and over and
Isn't
over.
there enough darkness in our culture already? Let's get the kiddies involved.
Yeah. Let's turn the kids into zombie.
So you're saying my
slashers.
kids shouldn't watch the Conjuring movies?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Hallie watches those.
Annabelle is the most terrifying
Did you hear
doll
what
I've
happened?
ever seen.
Have you heard about what happened recently?
No.
Because they're taking Annabelle on tour.
The actual
And
doll.
The actual
that
doll.
the movie is based on.
Yes.
Wow.
And apparently the guy who was like a ghost supernatural researcher of note from Connecticut, who I guess worked with Lorraine Warren, had a tragic, like a colossal heart attack while on the tour.
Well, yeah, because
And
Annabelle
died.
was like, watch this.
Yeah.
That stuff's real.
He's
Now,
54.
speaking of which, all of your website, your wiki, your marketing materials.
I have a wiki?
Well, it says Christ follower. It's
big time.
So, but you're so wacky. I would never know.
Who knows?
We could be wacky.
I know, but sometimes when you lead with that, to me, it just
Yeah.
seems like your button is going all the way. Your top button is all the way up there.
No,
So-
and even more so today. The last 2 years, that is my biggest focus now.
So, is it a thing where you do a little reading every day, kind of a thing?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do a little reading. Do a lot of reading. Do a lot of praying. Do a lot of thinking.
Do the
Yeah.
Bible study thing.
Oh, big time.
That's good.
Yeah.
Men's
So-
group.
You do your
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. It's funny too because I grew up. I grew up going to church, being the good kid. My older brother, God bless him, I love my brother so much, but his health is terrible. And when he was young, he did everything to drive my parents crazy, and partied and just in that part of the world, everybody knows everybody's business, and got in trouble and just tried and did everything. And he's really paying a hefty price for it. But I saw the wake of destruction that his lifestyle.
we're talking about like
offered.
food, booze, women.
All of it, drugs, alcohol, party, all of it. He was married at 18,
Okay.
had a kid, just so full of promise, and then just wanted to be a dad and a grown up immediately. And I just thought, not going to do that. So I was Mr. Teetotaler, all that stuff my whole life. I was the good kid.
Yeah.
That explained why I didn't have a lot of girlfriends. The parents loved me.
Yeah.
The girls were not interested because I was a goody goody.
Right.
You know, but.
You were the guy they complained about not being able to meet later on in life. How come I can't meet a nice guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
But then look at him.
Right.
But funny thing is, I'd gone to church my whole life, and Jesus was always kind of to be honest, was always kind of a concept. We'd use the language of, I have a relationship with or whatever. You kind of use that sort of Christian ease. But in the last year and a half, it has gotten real. It's gotten really real. And
For really last year.
it's completely upended. And my wife and I, she's actually ahead on the same kind of path as me, but she's home more and the kids are grown. And so she's in deeper than I am. And she's far more, like I said, she's just softer and accepts things more on face value. And I have to examine it from every conceivable angle because I'm just naturally skeptical and all of that. But
Interesting.
I accept things at face value. I think I'm also a kind of a pushover.
I am not. I am always thinking
I'm just like,
somebody's
go with the
working me.
flow, blah, blah, blah. Then just show me where the drums are as long as I can play the drums,
Yeah.
But no, that's good. Self-examination and all that stuff is, so it's gotten really important in the last couple of years.
It is it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm kind of trying to figure out what I do now because I've been feathering my own nest for 36 years. And I'm kind of like, what am I actually here for? I know it sounds like a 2/3 life crisis, but the funny thing was about a year and a half ago is when it really started kind of happening. I say that
What was the catalyst? Anything?
Well, obviously 2020 was horrible for everybody.
Yeah.
And it was a
So bad.
record-setting bad year for us. Of course, the COVID thing happened. Our family dog had died. We had lots of deaths in the family. I found out my wife's grandmother, who had died 2 years prior, we found out that year that she had actually been killed by a serial killer.
What?
Yeah, I know. Everybody goes, what? This guy in Texas made some news. He killed at least 24 to 25 people, all retired, mostly women, in like nursing facilities. He would pretend to be a maintenance man,
Oh my gosh.
and then he'd go in and strangle them, steal their jewelry. And they finally caught him. He went to prison, and he got killed in prison. So he's probably in a toasty spot.
Oh, yeah.
But we found all of that out. There was legal stuff involving my late mother-in-law. Yeah, Jana's mom died.
That's a rough year.
It was a lot. And that was kind of like, you get hit with all that stuff. And, familial issues and with kids. And it's like, what am I doing? You start really kind of examining, and out of the blue, God starts dropping dropping weirdos in my life. And I mean that in the sweetest of sense, because I grew up in a very legalistic background. I was the check the box, got to get it right kind of guy. And these are people that have made a huge impact because they don't live like anybody that I know at all.
Who are these people?
They're like modern day apostles, the kind of guys that literally you if you were with one of these guys, a typical scenario, and I've used this before, is, hey, I got to stop in Walgreens. Okay. And you go in and I'm looking for deodorant and I can't find my friend. This is a hypothetical, but this is exactly the thing that happens. I can't find him. I look and he's got an employee in the back holding, crying. He's praying over them. Who does this?
Yeah.
This kind of stuff. And I had this sweet Indian kid come to my house when I was doing music, one of my other side hustles for Facebook. And he would show up in an old car. And the next time I'd see him, he's in a different old beat up car. What happened to the last car? Oh, this family needed it, so I gave it to him. Well, whose car is this? Another guy just gave it to me. I'm like, where are you living?
Oh, like a...
Yeah, they're just giving cars that... And he moved here. God told him to move here. He listened. He saved up all the money he could for like $600 in a suitcase, got to the airport, and then he's like, now what? So he, 100% faith.
Wow.
Now he's married. He's got kids. He's doing this mission work. And he would roll up. One day he was late. I was like, dude, what's going on? You're late. He said, I'm sorry. In the mornings, I'll do Uber. And I picked up a girl this morning at a liquor store. I said, okay. He said, yeah, she had all of this hard liquor. And he's like, you got a party tonight? She goes, no, I'm going to go home and drink all this I can because I'm killing myself today.
Mm.
And he drove her around for the next 2.5 hours and told her about Jesus and saves her.
Oh, she said that for a reason.
Yeah, he is. And that's when I realized guys like him, there are no coincidences.
Well, he's obedient.
Very much.
So, I think in those situations, God gives you more opportunities to be obedient.
Dude, Jim, that's what I'm talking about. I've had now, as Mr. Skeptic, I've had a few episodes of things that my rational reasoning brain cannot comprehend.
Mm.
And so it is completely upset the apple cart in my whole life. And whatever that drug is, I want it. I want to be addicted to it. And that's, I told a guy this morning, had a meeting with a guy I really admire this morning. And I said, man, whatever it is now, if it doesn't have life in it, I have no interest in it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God that, God he's blessed us financially. I've been investing for a really long time.
Wow. And
so he's just always kept the bills paid. I've never bounced a check. And I know that he's always come through on provision. So I don't even worry about any of that stuff. It's kind of like, people say, well, what are you trying to do? And I'm like, currently, I really don't know. All I know is I use the analogy of I want to be a glove, just an empty glove. That's all I am. And I want him to fill that glove up and use it for something he's doing. If it's music, great. If he says, I want you to sell everything and move to Botswana or wherever and dig wells, I'm in. Yeah. I don't care what it is.
Well, it's interesting that you're at this point of reinvention and that you're open to that because you have our skill set is one of helping to bring other people's dreams to fruition every day.
I hope so.
What we do now, because I don't know, this might resonate with, but I have like a purpose statement for my life, and my purpose is to affect people in a positive way and change their lives. To me, I can do that with the drumming. I could do that with music. I could do that through teaching, through education. So that's my why, and I know it works. You know what I mean? So that gives me, like a purpose, a blueprint, a laser focus for the next. I don't know. I think hope I get another 30 years.
I don't know why you wouldn't. Because you're one of the most positive people I have ever met.
Oh, I like to hear that. I appreciate that, man.
I know lots of good drummers, but you are a very unique individual. I love your positivity.
Well, thanks, partner.
I've always admired that.
Well,
but yeah, God is doing weird, wacky stuff.
Yeah, you're at this interesting crossroad. Yeah. It's a chapter.
That's what gets me out of bed in the morning now.
Yeah.
Is learning, because I figured out that what I thought I had a lock on what the whole religion thing looked like, and it ain't about any of it.
Yeah.
It's just about it's a relationship. It has nothing to do with the religiosity, which is what was my whole,
The dogma.
Yeah, I'm having to unlearn so many things.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Don't you? I mean, in that situation, even with my kids growing up, they went to like a Christian camp one summer.
Yeah.
And they're like, Dad, we want to be baptized. And I was like, I don't think you need to because you don't know why you're doing it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I recently got baptized again. I was as a kid at about 11 because I thought, hey, it's something I need to do. And I was terrified.
That's what my friends are doing.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't so much that. I've always been me,
Yeah.
but it was still like, this is the right thing to do. Mom and Dad will definitely be pleased. And I was terrified.
Right.
And I did it this year on Easter again. It's kind of like a re-up. I wanted to mark the day because I really understand it now.
Yeah.
Where do you go to church?
Well, I go to 2 right now.
One on Wednesdays and one on Sundays.
I've been teaching the kids at Fellowship Bible over on Concord Road for years and years. Mm-hmm. And so we've been members there.
Is that by the YMCA right there?
No, it's right up on there's like 3 big, there's a Brentwood Baptist is up there.
Oh, yeah.
Ours looks like a horse barn. There's a bunch of there. And then there's another one. Anyways, it's right up Franklin Road and Concord Road right there.
Gotcha.
And so then we'd go to like early service a lot of times. We'd teach the kids. This year it was 5th grade, and I love all these kids. They're so great. And then we would dash over to this little church that didn't even have a sign. And it's a very much, it's bananas. First time I went, I was like, I don't know about these people. There was a guy lying in the floor. There was a woman in the back.
The tongue, speaking in tongues
flag,
and such.
all this stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, what is happening, man? Because, but what started all of this, to kind of give you some history, after the crazy year, my wife was really getting involved, and we get into a whole row one morning over the prophetic. And I wasn't hip to what even that was. And I'm thought, is this some kind of like psychic ability stuff? And she's talking. And so I'm arguing. I'm like, I don't believe it. And she said, well, there's a church 5 minutes from here that has a psychic, has a prophetic ministry. I'm like, what time? So I was trying to shut her up. I went over there to win an argument.
Yeah.
And y'all, I sit down. I was dressed like I am now. I don't scream musician. And, they said, you have a phone to record this with. I thought, okay, that's cool. She said, this may not mean anything to me or whatever. It may not mean anything to you now, but let's go ahead and record it. I thought, well, that's cool. And she's praised for about 20 seconds and then launches in. And what she starts describing is stuff that I have dealt with personally, like in my mind for 20 years. She's reading my mail. And it's like 2 or 3 people, and they start talking. It's always in sort of a parable way, but I knew exactly what they were talking about. And I'm trying not to give them a tell, like, oh, this is a trick, Needless to say, I was fully freaked out.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew that was the kick the door open, because I thought, okay, there's way more going on here than I thought.
A prophetic ministry. Interesting.
Yeah. And it's all, uplifting stuff. And I know there's people like, I don't believe any of that garbage, because I was that guy.
Yeah.
I was totally that guy. And for whatever reason, he knows how dubious I am of all of that stuff. And that was the moment that it started, the big question mark popped up. And from then, it has been story after story after story of just weird. I feel like I'm living in an X-Files episode.
Yeah.
And it's been awesome, because God's got a funny sense of humor.
He
And
really
now
does.
when I tell people these things that are going on, like some of my little stories, to anyone in my past, I know they look at me like, Roach has lost his mind. He's losing it.
Do other people that you've known for 30 years see something different in you?
I don't know. I think some people are like, yeah, you seem different, because I'm definitely a different person I was a year ago.
Wow.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Holy cow. Well, I'm glad that's happening.
Oh, it's crazy. It's so much fun and so crazy. I still have my days, but then he'll do something and just blow my mind.
I feel like, I ever tell you the story about the Salvation Army when I was working for Mix 92.9?
No.
So I had at the time I was working for a group of radio stations here in town, and we did a lot of video, and I went with Anna Marie Ritter over to the Salvation Army right before Thanksgiving for the Angel Tree program,
Right.
where all the people basically submitted their stories and applications to be recipients of gifts so they can give their kids Christmas and stuff like that because they didn't have the money. And we interviewed this one woman, and while I'm looking at her through my viewfinder, I feel this I kid you not, like a weight on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get weepy talking about this.
It's okay, but
tell her I love her. And I'm like, I'm looking around going, okay, I don't know where that came from. But
You're
whatever.
supposed to tell this person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't. So we kept on bouncing around to different people. And believe it or not, she kept on popping up in my periphery. Mm-hmm. Every time, no matter, I was focused on a group of kids outside. And finally, after about 3 or 4 instances of this, we're interviewing some people, and there she is, right in my left periphery. And the weight got heavier and heavier, and I was literally like hunching over, and just trying to keep myself upright. And finally, I'm like, fine,
right,
okay, I got it. So I go up to this woman. I said, "Hey, you remember me before? She's like, oh yeah, you were with the camera and everything." I said, "Yeah, I got to tell you something. I don't normally do this. This is just something I feel like I need to tell you this, but I feel like God needs to let you know that you're loved and that He loves you." And she just Niagara Falls.
That is so awesome.
And as soon as I said it, I was like,
interesting.
I kid you not, dude.
So he's kind of whispering.
That's how Hallie happened.
He's kind of whispering in your ear.
Okay. You're going to think this is funny. That is what my son does now. It's all of this craziness has spilled over onto him, but that's just the exact thing. I've been with him.
So he hears.
He gets this prompting, whatever it is. Weight is how you described it.
Yeah.
I'll butcher this story. I know I've got to be quick. My middle son is my outdoorsman. The kid loves, if he's not hunting, shooting something, fishing, he's just not happy. Yeah. And he and a friend who, all of his friends are great, but this kid's a non-believer. But they love to fish the caney. They go trout fishing. Good fishermen. And his buddy's got a boat, and they go like every weekend, nearly. So on one occasion, not too long ago, and I'm going to butcher this story, and he'll kill me. But anyway, they were coming back, and they love to stop on the east side of town. Maybe it's in Lebanon. There's a Whataburger out there.
Oh, yeah.
And so they stopped on the way back. They go in to get their hamburgers and fries and stuff, and they were sitting outside on the tables outside before it got too ridiculously hot like it is now. And this hits him. And this happens. I've been with him on occasion when this has happened, and I can just tell he gets this look like, oh no.
I've got to do this.
Yeah, it's this pressure. And he's like, it's so uncomfortable for him. And of course, his buddy has no idea what's happening. He goes, give me a second. And he's supposed to go inside and talk to this guy that's inside Whataburger. Okay. So he walks in. This guy's there with his wife or girlfriend or whatever. And he says, sir, I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt you here, but this is going to sound crazy. But I feel like the Holy Spirit, whatever, is telling me that I don't know if you just got a new job or whatever, but I'm supposed to tell you, keep it up. You're doing a great job. Stay with it.
Wow.
And the wife or whatever opens her mouth like, looks at him, at her husband or whoever, like, what? And he kind of looks at my son and he's like, okay, well, thank you very much. I needed to hear that or whatever. So he's like, good. He goes and finishes his hamburger. They throw their trash away. And as he's walking back to the truck, a white pickup comes roaring up. And this kid's roughly my son's age goes, hey, come here, and waves him over. And of course, my son, Sailor, is like, what is happening now? And as he approaches this kid, he's roughly his age, he starts crying. And he's like, what is happening? And he said, man, I drove 40 miles out of the way to eat here tonight. I never come this way. I just felt like I had to come to Whataburger. Big plug for Whataburger.
Yeah.
I had to come here tonight. And it's weird because I just felt compelled to come. And I've always wondered if things like what I saw, it turns out he was inside. There were other people around, I guess. And Sailor paid him no mind at all. But he said, I always wondered if stuff like that actually happened. And he said, you have no idea how much that means to me. And that was devastating. I mean, my son was just like, wow, I thought this was for that person. Turns out there were other people that it was for
with
as
an
well.
earshot.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of, he deals with that stuff.
That's cool, man.
And I mean, you don't have the podcast time of all the wackiness that's happening.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But it's real. So it's real now.
That's how Hallie happened.
Who's Hallie?
My daughter, my third daughter.
That you got amorous that night or something?
No. It wasn't like anything that I was against having a third child. I just wanted to keep it at 2.
Oh, so you got whispered to.
And Courtney she's like, well, I just feel like we need 3. And I'm like, no. I said, I've seen, the second child was a little bit more difficult, Spencer, and it took a toll.
For 3, you got to switch up your defense. You got to go zone.
Right.
You can't go man to man.
So we had, I was coming around the bend of Saturn Parkway on the 65 coming home from work. And this is like months long. And she had finally just given it up and was just going to be okay, learning to be okay with just 2. Yep. As I'm rounding that curve, I hear, give her what she wants.
Wow, Jim.
Okay.
Just out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
Yeah.
Out of the blue.
You're on the way to the vasectomy and you heard the...
I go to, I come home and I said, so this is what happened. Told her. She started crying. And she's like, well, that's funny because I was just reserved today. It wouldn't happen.
Wow.
Today, Jim. I just made my decision that it wasn't going to happen and I would have to be okay with it.
Yeah.
And reconcile it. And I said, no, we're supposed to do this. And within a month,
you're like,
boom.
Let's start right now. Let's have some of that homemade sourdough and go upstairs.
It's typically whenever she drank vodka.
Oh, yeah. That's a good thing. Hey, so this is incredible and everything, but just so we could say we had a music podcast, who are your favorite keyboard players? Who was like an inspiration to you, or was there a band that was an inspiration?
Oh, my gosh. No. I'm a total weirdo because all of the musician music that everybody is supposed to, you don't like Steely Dan? Yeah, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like get jazz guys that just we want more girls. So they mixed rock with their jazz or what. I just never got into it.
Yacht rock, yeah.
I've always anything like synth heavy stuff, I've been like a Depeche Mode fan for years. Of course, the 80s, when I graduated high school in 85 was the epicenter of synth wave and all that kind of stuff now. There's a lot of bad stuff out there.
Aha, Kajagoogoo, Wang Chung.
It became cool to tote around a keyboard back then. But there's something about when I was on the road, I remember everybody was listening to Sting 10 Summoner's Tales like crazy, which is seminal. It's just wonderful record. And that's at the same time that I was reading about producers and all their impact and stuff, and there's this famous British producer they call Flood, which is a nickname because I think he dumped a drink into a console or something.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah, but Flood's done a lot of really pivotal records for people. But Depeche Mode went to him and said, we want to make a record that's like U2. And then U2, unknown to them, had gone to Flood and said, we want to make a record that's like Depeche Mode. So you get Zooropa from U2.
That's right.
And Songs of Faith and Devotion was Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
And it's a really dark layer upon layer and layer. So it's not that squeaky, bouncy, weird synth pop junk. It's got a rock and roll attitude about it.
Yeah.
But it's, it's like, I know what a great distorted guitar sound. I'm a huge AC/DC fan. That's 2 guitars, bass, and drums, done. These are those textures and colors that elicit those same sort of feelings and depth and power, but it's done just like, what is that sound?
Yeah, like Gary Newman, after he did Cars,
oh yeah,
he got really good and did some really kind of intense.
He was a punk man and he saw synths in a studio and a guy filling with. He's like, what is that?
And all the Nine Inch Nails stuff, I think, is epic. You know, it's a little darker subject matter, but it's just so well done.
Yeah,
I really like that stuff. And then just in closing, you're at a crossroads in your life where you might be doing less of this. You're looking back at this massive body of work. Your allmusic.com is. So if somebody is just graduating from Musicians Institute or North Texas State or Berkeley, they're coming here. What do they do? How do they get into it?
From my perspective,
what are the skill sets?
Well, the studio thing is definitely different.
Yeah.
I love how this town is very open to having people just hang out and watch the process go down.
Yeah, they're open sessions.
Yeah, they and everybody's been very, very friendly. And I've had young guys, that want to do this come to me, and I'm more than happy to talk to them. Yeah. I had a couple of guys kind of help me early on and sort of said, well, you can expect this. And like when I was doing a lot of writing, wrote a few hundred songs a few years ago, and it was the same kind of thing.
With lyrics?
Oh yeah,
Lyrics.
you got to just get in it. You got to jump in and
head first
with everybody else and be a good person and be willing to take some shots and to put in the hours. That's kind of what it takes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be super gifted player, but I would say it's more about the hang than anything else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, what is it? It's not what you play, it's what you don't play.
Yeah. It's the space between the notes, kid.
Yeah, I know this.
All the things, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, you did it and you're doing it at the highest level. And whenever I see you walk in the room, I'm like, all right, it's going to be a great day, which is an awesome thing. And
so sweet.
If people want to, do you like to be found? RoachSounds.com. People can contact you through there.
Yeah.
RoachSounds.com. That's Jeff Roach. And then, Jim, I think that you should ask your question. This is your question.
My question. So if you had to choose a band to be a tribute band and be in, and it's the only music you can play for the rest of your life, over and over and over again, what band would you tribute?
Wow.
Maybe it's Depeche Mode.
It's like one decision. You got to lock it in, and you're.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
My favorite artist of all time, Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
So
one.
if I could just be a fly on Stevie's, well, I could since you can't see me anyway.
Gosh.
See there what I did?
Are you talking about the I Just Called to Say I Love You period of his career?
No, go back.
Okay, sorry.
70s.
Yeah. 76 was about my favorite
Inner
year of
Vision.
music. Yeah. Songs in the Key
Sir
of Life.
Duke.
Yeah. Come on.
I played that the other day. It came on my playlist. Yep.
And he's playing so much of that, hitting microphones. It's just the attitude of it.
It's funny you say that. I think it's like, I need to introduce you to my brother. And actually, as we were talking about
Boogie On, Reggae Woman, all that stuff.
the faith stuff and everything, I pulled up a video that he did, and I felt like compelled. I'm like, you need to hear this. It's like a testimony that he gave.
I'd love to hear it.
And I feel like
I'll send him the link. Yeah.
my brother last time he was here, I was like, what's kind of an artist that I would have no idea that you like? And he said Stevie Wonder.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's my.
And my brother's a boogie woogie piano guy.
That's funny. No, I just love the soul of Stevie. He's just unchanged. When I was writing with these pop girls, I'll never forget this. I know I'm old school.
Wait a minute. They didn't know who Stevie Wonder was. Right?
Well, close.
Gotcha.
One was 20 and one was 21. And I'm kind of, they were both lyricists. So I said, I'm going to work on the track. And this was my pop stuff. And I could hear them back there humming melodies. And every so often, and I've told this story a million times, I'm working on the beat or whatever. And I turn around and I just said, Cat Stevens. And a few minutes later, it's Paul Simon. And I knew after a few of these that they had no idea who I was talking about. So I said, hey, let's stop for a second. I need to talk to you guys. You want to be in the music industry and you don't know who these people are.
Yes.
So I started playing them songs, and it was like that 80s bad horror movie, Scanners. I thought their brain was going to explode. So I played them a few songs, and then we went back to work, and I hear them whispering again about 20 minutes later. I'm like, what? Would you make us a playlist? And I said, you know what I'll do? I've never made a playlist yet. I'll make one for me, and I'll just share it with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's chock full of Stevie and Otis Redding and Nina Simone and
Nice.
Bill Withers and then stuff from the 80s, obviously.
Is it an easy link that you can share with us?
Well, let's see.
It's a Spotify playlist, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's posted. I call it music that made me.
It's awesome, buddy.
Literally the
Yeah, get
first
that to
song.
us.
The
Oh, you
first
gotta
song
share that.
is Wichita Lineman.
Wow.
It's everything from Wichita Lineman to the cult She Sells Sanctuary.
Yeah, make sure you get my contact, and I'll put it in the notes.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll do. Yeah, and
This was so fun.
It's like 240 songs on there now, and it keeps growing.
Oh,
I love that.
Some of them are one-hit wonders that I don't even like. But you know how music is. The moment I hear it, I know exactly where I
you
was.
were.
I remember the sights, the smells, everything about it. I
Dude.
love that.
Yeah, me too.
And at my age, that's important.
But I also love the one hit. I love the one hit wonders of the 70s. The Rupert Holmes, if you like Pina Colada.
Oh, yeah.
I love the one hit wonders, man.
You remember M?
Who was that?
It's letter M. And it dome, 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 pop, pop, pop.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his one. 7th grade cheerleaders did a whole routine to that in the junior high gym.
And then who was Oh Mickey, You're So Fine. She was great.
Oh yeah.
She was a choreographer. Tony Basil.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. I know it was like
That's you.
a male first name.
It's crazy. Maybe we can get some more kind of like games that we can play on the show with some of these one hit wonders and stuff. We'll quiz our guests.
Yeah.
This was very great today, buddy. I knew it was
a lot
going to
of
be
fun.
so easy. Just wind you up and let you go.
I can bloviate for hours. I'm a quite loquacious young man.
Jeff Roach in the house, roachsounds.com. Thanks for making the trip to Spring Hill, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Jim, thanks for your time and talent.
Yes, sir.
And to all the listeners, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Spread the word. Subscribe, share, rate, and review. It helps
there's
people
cameras.
find the show. There's cameras everywhere.
Holy smokes.
It's like George Orwell.
Dang, man.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jim.
This has been The Rich Redmond Show. Subscribe, rate, and follow along at richredmond.com/podcasts.